Hello everybody, I'm Killborn from Killborn Streaming, and today I'm going to be showing you the Firefall beta. Right now I'm currently playing a level 5 engineer, and I am going to go to this point over here, and I'm going to show you what the gameplay is like. As you can see, I got these crazy cool jets, so it's a little bit like Tribes. The game is cell shaded. There's your characters as well as the people you fight are cell shaded, so it kind of has like a Borderlands visual style. It's just like a traditional third-person, first-person shooter. I mean, it's a first-person shooter, but you're in the third person. So here, I'll give you an example. So you have like everybody has like this assault weapon, and you can kind of focus in like Call of Duty style, where you can like focus in for more precise shooting. So here you could go first-person shooter style, or otherwise everybody's out in this like third-person style. This game is actually pretty awesome. It has its flaws. It's beta, of course. The AI is a little wonky. When you first log in, sometimes it takes up to 5 minutes for all the textures to kind of pop in. But overall,
exiting Sin Network.
It's actually a
entering Sin Network.
So the game is pretty good. I had about 20 or 30 hours of gameplay into it. And it's very interesting. There's a lot of dynamic events, kind of like Rift, where like things will drop, or like enemies will just show up and then you have to destroy them and all that good stuff. So it's pretty cool. The more people that are around, the harder it gets. The more people spawn, the harder they hit you, things like that. So it's definitely different from traditional first-person shooters or first-person MMO style games. Let's see here. So basically, like, this portion of the game is kind of like the group play PvE style of the game. You're basically taking on an environment with other people. There is a PvP style of the game. Right now, the PvP servers are kind of down. A lot of people are kind of complaining about PvP servers being down and whatnot. I haven't had a chance to really get in there and try them out, but I'll have to do a video about the PvP. But for now, I just wanted to show some of the gameplay. It's very technology based, as you can see. So here there's a chosen patrol, so I'm going to go ahead and see what's going on with that chosen patrol. I got my waypoint here. One of the things that I thought was really well done was the map system. You can select your waypoint, you kind of know where you're going, and it does a very good job. I mean, like, you can see through terrain.
This is Accord Copa Control. Be advised, you're entering a zone with a known chosen patrol. Not the map. The Accord will make sure it's worth your time.
Oh, wrong attack. Ooh, ouch. So basically what this is you're down state, you're dead. You have a certain amount of time for people to kind of revive you or heal you up. And
exiting Sin Network.
Alright, well, that was my fault. I hit the wrong skill there. So alright, let's try to do something a little bit more local. Let's see what's going on. Alright, we've got a patrol going on. We'll do something a little bit local. That's kind of a higher area. I will say, though, today was a crazy day for PAX East. A lot of the PAX East people were able to play the game today, and so the servers were packed, and so a lot of the content was harder, more active. The rotations on the events were going a lot quicker than they normally do. So let's see if I can find an event to show everybody what the combat's like and when you're doing dynamics with it. Or actually, you know what I'll do? I'll show the thumper system. That's what I'll do. There aren't any events. I'll create my own. We'll do that.
West clear!
Alright, so let me see what we got here. I'm gonna see if I can create a thumper event. Alright. Doesn't look like there's anything nearby. Let me see if I can find another area where I can drop a thumper. Yep, here's an area. Normally this is a prime area for dropping a thumper. Actually here, there's a thumper event going on right here. So we'll go ahead and help these people out. So what a thumper is basically it's a way to gather resources. You know, you shoot that hammer like you saw me do, and it'll show you a spot, and then you plant your thumper on top of it, and it mines it. So it's different way of gathering resources for the crafting. So yeah, these thumper events can get pretty crazy.
Adding some shots!
So as you see here, capacity is 80%. Capacity is how much it's mined so far. The integrity is its health. You have to have at least 50% or more by the time it's done with its capacity in order to actually gain, you know, all the resources that it gained out of it. If it goes below 50%, then it's no good. So, and you can see a wide variety of classes being played here. You know, medic, engineers. Obviously, a lot of engineers pretty popular in the beta here. A lot of people like having the turrets out.
Reloading!
So we'll show you what happens here as soon as it hits 100%. Now, the thing to remember about a thumper is that it's pounding into the ground, so a lot of the creatures in the area will attack it because it's making noise. So the higher you get towards capacity, the harder the enemies come at you. And so here, let me see if I can do an event here, a thumper event. Oh, looks like I found tons of stuff. Let's see if I can drop a thumper down and see if these people will help me here.
Thumper incoming.
Alright, so I'm dropping a thumper, and I'll show everybody what happens when you do a thumper. And it killed me. And I suppose it would be best to kind of move out of the area.
I'm feeling beat.
So this is what happens when you die and your team comes to help you.
Thank you, Doc!
So that's good. Kind of demonstrated a little bit of the group dynamic there. Alright, I don't have enough materials to drop a turret, so I'm going to just kind of wait and see if anything gets dropped.
Adding some shot!
So basically, everybody here is helping out with these thumpers. So you can see my thumper so far, 12%, so it goes pretty quick. It's not like, a long, drawn-out process. And you'll see here the animals, the creatures in the area, they get harder. You start out small with these like little guys, and then they get a little bigger, and then you normally have like a boss that comes out. And these things are very hard to do alone. They really are hard to do alone. So basically you're just running around helping people with thumpers, and then normally you drop a thumper, they help you out, and then you kind of rinse and repeat until everybody has enough of the resources that they need from whatever they're trying to use the thumper for. Once he gets up to like 50-60%, you'll start seeing some bigger guys come out. What this thumper thing kind of reminds me of is Dune when they're trying to summon the worms to go ride them. They have a little thumper.
Swapping clips.
Man, the guys are dying so quick I can't even see where they're fighting.
Covering fire while I reload.
And here's one of the chosen, so you'll get an idea of what chosen guys are like. Here's one of the big bosses that kind of come out when you do this whole thumper deal.
Got press clear! Reloading!
The other thing too about thumpers is you can't heal them. I've tried. So you kind of have to minimize the damage as much as best you can. Like, and it's really hard to do when you're by yourself because you really do get overwhelmed.
Got press clear! Reload! Adding some shot!
Almost there.
Extraction complete.
And it's done. Go ahead and open it up, send it back on its way, and get the materials that it pulled out. So, got all my materials that I needed. Now another guy's dropping down another thumper. You can only have one thumper in a certain area. Not everybody can drop all their thumpers at the same time. So, the downside of doing this is that, you know, some resources that you need, you gotta be dropping thumpers to get some of them, and it can get very repetitive and it can get very boring. I mean, this is probably like the 10th or 11th one that I've done. It just gets real repetitive. I'm sure after after a period of time, it's gonna get very boring. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here, but this will just basically give you kind of a taste of what kind of videos I'm gonna have. That I'm going to make for the game. I'm going to try some PvP, have some PvP going on, try to explain what's going on with that. I'm going to try and cover the crafting system, and I'm going to try and do a little bit of an overview of each of the different roles that you can play in the game. So go ahead and stay tuned, go ahead and subscribe, and yeah, I will I will show you guys more videos and talk more about the game later on.